tired being inside. I'm not meeting anybody. I don't know what else to do anymore. I can't take this. Help.
Yes, you know what to do. Get out of the house, go exercise, go to the grocery store, talk to people
I mean,
online,
I see
offline.
people, but I don't talk to them. I mean, like, I'm shy.
Well, you have to go and say hi or something.
I don't
Give
know.
somebody a compliment or something.
Well, they'll look at me like I'm crazy.
Oh my God, Alvin, you have to be determined to make a change. Otherwise, you're just gonna be in this roller coaster in the same spot spinning.
I don't know.
Ay, Dios mío.
Good morning and happy Monday, boys and girls from the Optimind set. We hope you enjoyed that video. Clearly, Marlon, what are we going to talk about today?
Determination, right? Because we have to be determined and stay focused on our goals, right? So again, guys, I love doing research. I love finding the meaning of things. So the meaning of determination, it means to be firm, fixed intention to achieve a desired end. So you might ask yourself, well, why do I need to be determined? Why do you need to be determined, Alvin?
How am I going to get my goal?
And what else?
I got to be determined. I got to have an action plan to make it happen.
But in order for you to be determined, what happens? What the determination makes you keep what?
Keeps pushing.
And consistency.
Consistency.
And persistence when faced with difficulties, right? So
Life.
thank you.
Can we relate to this? Because I know I can. You're human.
Exactly. So my 2 cents on that is, in order for me to stay focused, I have to be determined. Just like the meaning, you have to have that fixed intention to achieve a desired end. So I ask you today, what is your desired end as to a situation that maybe you're facing? What is your desired end as to a specific goal that you're chasing after, right? Because again, in order for you to stay determined, you gotta know where you're headed to, right? So, tips to identify determination. Okay.
The reason I'm laughing is because when you keep talking about desire. Okay, boys and girls. For those of you that watch Netflix and you've seen Lucifer, what is your deepest desire? He looks at the camera. What is your deepest desire?
Oh my
But it's
God.
true. What is your deepest desire? If you don't know what your deepest desire is, how can you make a change happen? How can you achieve happiness? That is a true statement. Thank you, Lucifer. I love that show.
So in order for you to stay determined or be determined person, right? Again, I came up with a little tip here. Tip number 1, identify what distracts you. What things take away your focus from your actual goal, right? What things distract you. So what I mean by that is, identify what distracts you. When you identify what distracts you and stay committed to avoiding it, then you'll become a much more focused on your goal, right? So if you already know, hey, I don't know about you guys, for example, I play video games, right? So if I know that video games are gonna distract me from following a specific goal on, let's say, on my weekend, then guess what? Maybe it's time for me to either reduce the time or maybe just put it away completely. And that's just a tiny little example, right? Could be, doesn't have to be video games. It could be shopping. It could be, let's face it, maybe a toxic friends. We talk about toxic people in your life. You have to find all of those distractions, set them aside so that you can stay determined, right?
Life is always going to present distractions, but it's up to us to identify what those are.
Oh, right.
So, like for me, for example, one of the reasons I've been successful in education and also in job-wise, career-wise, is because I'll plan myself. I know if I'm going into a meeting, and Marlon, you know very well, you're like me. If you're going into a meeting or you know busier days, we take our calendars out, we tell the person that we normally would communicate with, and then you're just like, I'm not going to respond to you during that time. But when I'm finished, I will respond to you. Would you rather get a rushed answer or a thought-out answer? Think about that, because that's a benefit of that. Take it away, Marlon.
So tip number 2,
2.
become deeply committed. And what does that mean? Being committed means to make a solid, well thought out plan that displays the best path to achieve your goals and then sticking to it without deviating from your plan. I have this special friend, I'm not gonna say his name. He really cracks me up. So he's been on a diet since like last year, right? He's always been heavyset, really funny person. I adore him. He's one of my best friends, and he's determined to lose the weight and be fit and all of that. And guess what? He doesn't let anybody come his way with that. In fact, he sent all of his friends, including myself, a beautiful group text and said, "Thank you very much, my wonderful friends. I adore you all, but during the week, don't invite me out to eat at restaurants. Don't invite me out to drink because I will not attend those plans because they interfere with my fitness goal." I was surprised coming from him because he's the life of a party. So that just shows me his level of determination, right? That shows me that he made a plan and he's sticking to the plan. And he has to communicate to people, right, that he is not going to lose his focus from his plan. And that's just a minimum example for you guys. I know that for him it's a huge thing, but that's just a small example. It doesn't have to be fitness. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your love life. Maybe it's your family life. I don't know. That's up to you. What do you think, Alvin?
Do what works for you. We're not all made the same. We all come in different sizes in every shape and form. What works for this friend may not work for someone else, but you know what? That's something that he identified that worked for him, and I respect that. So whatever you do for you, as long as you're respectful about it, then you're okay. That's the key word. Communication and respect. Too.
Correct. And that will guide you to stay committed to your plan, right?
Yes.
And last but not least, don't forget the
goal, the outcome.
The outcome.
The finish line.
The goal, the finish line. What am I trying to accomplish? Where do I see myself once I accomplish that goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we lose track so easily. And again, if we haven't removed the distractions, those distractions make us lose that focus. So what I mean by that is that there is no doubt that there are times where nothing goes according to plan. And you just feel like giving up, right? And these times are the most crucial points in your life, and the decisions that you make will affect you for the rest of your life. So when you feel like you want to give up and you're in the middle of those hard times, just don't forget why you're working so hard. Why are you being so focused? Why are you being so determined? And
been there, done that. How many times have you been in the process of doing something, you're so close to getting to your goal, and then there's some sort of like opportunity or something comes up that wants to take you away from your goal, and then you're like this tug of war. But when I was thinking about when Marlon was saying at the beginning of it is the following: is there ever truly a finish line? Because we think there's a finish line, but then there's either, well, we've accomplished the goal, what comes next? So I think that yes, you can have a finish line or a final an outcome, but always think of what next. Because I think, personally, this goes for me. This is my personal opinion about my own self here. I think if you get so comfortable and caught up in comfort zones, then you then don't strive for excellence. And for me, I don't want to be like stagnant. So I start thinking about what next. So you got to do what works for you. And that's something that I know that I've met a lot of people that need to be motivated. And that's something that motivates me.
So with that being said, guys, whether, it's a goal that you want to achieve in the next year, in the next 10 years, maybe a goal that you want to achieve in your lifetime. Whatever the goal is, the number one thing that you need to stay focused is determination. That is the gasoline that will keep you forward into that goal that you're trying to achieve. So with that being said,
Wait.
Oh,
that was a strong line. I was like, wow, you didn't see that, did you? I was like, wow, he was on a roll there. What I was going to say was, sorry, I just wanted to add one more thing. So, short-term goals, long-term goals. Don't try to tackle it all in one shot. Break it down by different chapters. Eventually, you'll get there. When you start thinking about chapter 10, when you're in chapter 1, it'll be much more of a struggle to get there. So, that is what I wanted to add. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself a chance to breathe and grow. Step by step. So with that being said, Marlon, continue.
With that being said, guys, we'll see you next week. Enjoy those videos. Give us a like, a thumbs up, and share, and we'll see you soon.